Okay, so I have like 14 hours of recording on this instead of the 2 I had before. Anyway, if you saw my last video, you're surely familiar with the Compaq Pescaro 7360. So, in that last video, I'll play some up here, basically, we couldn't get this thing to run, and then this other Pescaro, well, this other Compaq, also died. Now, I did a bit of off-camera searching, and that computer isn't dead. It's fine. The hard drive is what died, which really sucks since that hard drive had Fedora on it. However, that means we can take the hard drive out of this one since it's still working. Put it in that Compaq. Put it back in here once we have it flashed with something like freaking XP or something like that. And then fine and dandy. The only problem is that this, like, if I come over here, shit. We know 3 things. This isn't bootable. This isn't bootable. And after literally a minute of research, this also isn't bootable. So we're gonna have to figure that out. And usually, I would say, oh, I can just make a bootable thing of it. That one problem. That is what you need to make a bootable disk. This is the only thing that works with disks, and that's dead. So I'm gonna film taking the hard drive out of this, put it into this, and yeah. So I'm gonna go grab the tools real quick. This is not a how-to. I should probably mention that. Do not do this, like, at all. This is not very smart. This is an amateur doing amateur things. To get into the Pescaro Compaq, you have to take the back off, which it isn't. This whole thing's just, yeah, that's how you do it. But now, we have a problem. We don't know where the hard drive is. Most likely there. We think it's there. I'm sorry for the horrible video, but that means... yeah. Oh! Seems there are 2 hard drives in here. But that means we have to go through here, get through this mess of wires, which I'm not even looking forward to, unscrew them, and then do all that. Also, there is something in here. I should be honest with you, I have no clue what sort of, like, old parts are in here. I should really do a teardown video of this at some point, but anyway, yeah. I'll get started on removing this part. Which is simple. You see? I thought it was simple. Oh yeah, there are 3 screws holding this in place. 1, 2, and then there should have been a 3rd one, but it's not there anymore. So I'm going to go ahead, use my Stanley. Come on. Use my blade screwdriver, and then go ahead, go into this. And I know you can't see it very well, but I'm going to just unscrew it. I'm going to set you down because I'm right-handed and this is using my right hand. Anyway. So you just go in, unscrew it. Took me Like, through the power of editing, what took me 10 minutes getting the front off took you 10 seconds. Anyway, this is the front piece. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's just a cool design. I'm actually a sucker for all these older PCs. Anyway, now there's another problem. You see, we have to get to these. These two are the hard drives. There's no way to get them from the front. We have to get them from the back. And this cable is so long. So, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. But luckily, only one screw each. Something here. Probably cable management, if I'm being honest. But we do one screw each. Then we can go ahead and keep track of where everything goes, I think. That will be its own thing. Also, just look at this connector. I'm not sure if that's usual in computers, but like, I feel like there should be more pins. Anyway, I will be back in a little bit. So, what I'm going to try is, there was this, like, this screw here. I'm gonna put that back in. I'm gonna try removing the power supply and see if that makes it easier to go through this stuff. It should, but also, yeah. So I'm just gonna put this back in. The reason I took this out in the first place is because my stupidity thought, hey, maybe if we take out the motherboard, we should have an easier time, only to realize, oh hey, this motherboard's like 30 years old and hasn't been moved in 30 years. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to remove the power supply, which is this. We know this is power supply, this is not. I mean, I think it's the same screw, but I don't want to get, shit, I don't want to get screwed over because, well, this camera's getting a bit warm. But yeah, I don't want to get screwed over because, well, I decided, hey, let's go ahead and take out the power supply to get to everything else, and then realize, hey, hard drive just sucks, and then have to figure out what screws go where. One more screw. This is probably a bit dangerous, so I'm going to set the camera down. Okay, I know that you can see it, but the power supply is coming out, so come on. What the hell? Okay. There. Power supply out. Okay, so that's all bolted in. However, so P3 and P7. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead. Yep, P3 and P7 are on the two hard drives. I'm going to get sticky notes so I can remember. In case We should do this one at a time, because if I do it more than one at a time, well, I'm screwed. Fuck, okay. Problem is, we need to move this so that, like, we can get in there. Like, we need this out the way, but it's plugged in, and that's not gonna happen. Oh, there's RAM. Like, I don't know if you can see it. You can't. But there is RAM in there. Wonder how much. Okay, so let's get started. You get removed, P3! Hang on. Is there... Son of a... So we go back to this. Open Pandora's box back up. Yes, I know the viewing angles from this suck, but just remember this is also the view I'm seeing. Well, not technically, I'm looking through my own eyes, and not necessarily looking at what the camera's seeing all the time. Okay. So, now this camera that's starting to burn me. Okay. The DFE 530 TX Plus. Whatever that is. Ancient GPU. Now we should be able to just pull this out. Or not. I can literally see nothing that's keeping this in here. I can't screw the motherboard because guess what's in front of it? And there's 4 screws, 3 of which I can reach. The other one I can't. So yeah, we just have screws I can't reach. And yeah. I'm gonna Google this. I got this part out. That's on footage that I forgot to record it. I got this part, like I need the power supply out so I can get that part out. It's a cool thing. But that's going right now. So I should really learn to use my left hand for things, because I'm right-handed, and this is sucking so bad. So I'm going to separate them. But there's 3 screws. I got to get all 3 out. Now we gotta be careful when we remove this. Come on, out with you. Hang on. You go up. You out. Thank you. Now you come out as well. Come on out. Out, I said. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is what it looks like whenever everything is dismantled. Okay. So now I'm going to. Now what I'm going to do is take off this. Hang on. Okay, I need to take out that screw and then take that out. So yeah, this should be fun. But we're getting somewhere. Screw removed. Now we just gotta freaking get it out of there. Which is easier said than done. I'm going to go ahead. I'm gonna remove all of it so I can get to this stuff. I just cut a big part of it out. There's two SSDs, one connected to P7, gotta check that one out, and one connected to P3. Need to remember that. And then this thing is connected to its own IDE cable, so that's not a worry. So I'm gonna check P7 first, and then catch you later. Okay, this is hard drive P7. It's a Western Digital 60 gigabyte, and I'm not too thrilled about using it because I hate optical media. But no, gotta do what you gotta do. This part is much easier because legitimately all you have to do is lift this up, pull it back. There you go. It's out. You just probably should have unplugged that. I'll go ahead and unplug it now. What a concept. Unplugging shit. So yeah, I've been in this thing before. I know what I'm doing with it. But yeah, you just unplug. I trust you love my freaking hand in the way. So yeah, you just unplug everything. Power supply gone. Then you just kind of lift that back, lift this up. You got that? I am just now realizing this is the wrong type of drive. When I say the drive is the wrong type, I don't mean that the drive in the Compaq is wrong. I mean that the plugs are wrong. One's IDE, which is often used in older computers, while the other one from the HP Compaq is SATA, which is often used in newer computers. That's why I could take the hard disk drive from the Lenovo PC and throw it into the Compaq and get it to work. It's the same. They're both SATA. But I can't do the same with the Compaq because it uses IDE. Anyway, that's just a bit of time for me to explain what I mean by that. So, yeah, I'll see you later. Hey! Okay, so every time I try to mess with the Compaqs, they die. So, this Western Digital hard drive sucks. because I can't hook it up in here, because that's got its own drive connections, and nothing else. So I gotta hook it back up. However, I am going to try something. I'm going to try swapping out the Western Digital drive with the other drive and see if that boots. So I'll be back with you in a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and explain what happened, because I should put this in the video. This is what the inside of a power supply looks like. I'll show you from as many angles as I can, but yeah, you should not do this. You should not open a power supply, because a lot of times there's like high voltage in here, and while I am in here, I'm gonna clean it out. But yeah, now is a great time to mention, these things are not like fun things to mess around with. They are really dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing, but I mean, I definitely don't know what I'm doing. I'm using freaking dust off. But yeah, you should not. You definitely shouldn't be taking apart computer power supplies. Those are like very high voltage. I did this because I dropped a screw, not because I wanted to. But yeah, there's the inside of the PC's power supply. I'm gonna put it back together now. And hope and pray I don't end up dying through the rest of this reconstruction. Okay, after a literal hour and a half of nothing but suffering for me, the Compaqs back together, I shot the what's it called? The power supply scene while putting it back together. Either way, yeah. And funny thing, I took this apart. I videoed myself taking this exact computer apart. I have 2 extra screws. I'm convinced anything with the name Compaq in it is cursed and wants me to hate myself. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead, get it set up, get all that set up, see if it boots one time. If this doesn't boot, I'm going to end the video here. The iCard for my last video, if you want to realize, well, if you want to know why it's not going to boot. If it doesn't, I'm going to feel pain and suffering, and the video is going to end, and you're not going to get another one for a while. Okay, let's get it set up. Okay, it's set up. My toolbox. Should probably put all these tools up. I'm gonna cut this all out. That sucks. Hi there, Maddie. Okay, this is going to be the only time I boot it up. You don't get the tripod, you don't get any of that. You get this. So yeah, it's booting up. It's yelling and screaming. Are you not connected? What the f— did I not connect you? Did I connect you to the wrong one? No, that's the right one. Okay. Yeah, the Compaq didn't work. End of video.